and it damaged the truck. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to change the seals. The upper plenum, I was looking around here at these seals. Nothing seems to be leaking from there. You drop it down a little bit to the valve cover, the head gasket cover. I don't know, I can't remember. I guess the valve cover thing? Yeah, sure. We'll call that. Oh, and guess what? It's icing because we have winter weather coming. So anyway, there's a little bit of a leak there. It's sleeting, sorry. That's the correct term for icing. It's sleeting. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the air box out. You don't have to for this, but it is tight to get up in here and change the power steering or get the bolts loose. I'm not going to remove the fan cover, although it would probably be a heck of a lot easier to do so. Yeah, so join me for this ride. What you have to do for this is, it has the same principle as the alternator. There is a lock button, a pivot button, sorry. Tensioner lock and a tensioner, you just take those out. And then the AC compressor is the reason we had to take off the skid plate, because you can't get to the pulley, because there it is, right there. You get that, and then you can, you have to loosen that up, and then the tensioner bolts to the right of it, and you can go from there. So, let me see what this weather's gonna do. It's icing or sleeting now. It's not raining. It's supposed to rain. It's not supposed to rain until 2, and it's only 11:30, 12. So we'll go from there. I'm a little mad. Had my phone on the ground. Hadn't cracked it in 6-7 months. Brand new phone. 6-7 months ago, back in September, and put it down on the ground, upside down. It's got a screen protector on it, so really I didn't crack the screen, just cracked the little protection. So, you know what happens when you do that? Everything else goes. So, with that being said, I'm going to try to bring you along for the ride, if I can. And we're going to remove, let me just show down there, and right here, sorry, got sidetracked. These 3 bolts are going to come out. Obviously we have to take the intake hose off to the throttle body. 2 ways you can do it. You can use a, I think it's a 10mm or Phillips head, back that off, pull it out. Get your mass airflow sensor out of the way. You don't have to take this whole thing off completely. You just got to get it disconnected from the air box, and then you can pull the air box out. And the reason I'm doing that is because the bolts I need to mess with on this are right over here, and I really don't want to put my hand down in there and all that good stuff. So I don't have anyone to hold this camera, so I can't take you along for the whole ride. And this hasn't been on any other video. My Tacoma has bolts here for the airbox. There seem to be the only additional 2. I don't see any more. Is there light coming up? No, it's not. It's just really good camera. But I do have the bolts out here. This one didn't come out, not all the way at least. I really don't want to pull on it until I get a chance to actually look at it. So, don't know how I'm going to get those out. I don't know why it's got a breather. I guess it's a breather into the frame for whatever reason. Yeah, I just made it dirty. Sorry. Oh well. At least Walmart didn't do it. All right, we'll keep going. So, dun me. So that was, it did go in there, but I didn't need to take that off. I'm gonna get the rest of it out. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I can't seem to break this away without causing possible damage to something else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and, I've disconnected this hose here. I'm not 100% what it is. Fuel breather, I don't know. Take the wire harness that comes off these. There's no secret to getting these off. Just pull them out. Try not to break the inside pin here. It doesn't bend. It's really not meant to come out once you put it in. So, but these are just rubber. They move. It's thick rubber. So took the little pick tool there pulled it out. This is the throttle body, so I'm fixing to just take this 10mm nut on a screwdriver, socket driver, whatever you want to call it. Just gonna take that off. Just loose. It looks pretty loose. Again, you can use a Phillips head if you want to. And then I'm gonna pry it off. So I'm gonna sit you down here with the leaves, and we'll see if I can accomplish this without destroying my phone. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Well, that ain't gonna work. I'll just put you here. Sorry about the camera shit. My kid was supposed to do this, but she said no. So yeah, we'll go ahead and break that off. Let's not say break. All right, let's just do it. Let's just take that off very gently. And I found this to be a pain in the rear when I changed my spark plugs to get off. And it's going to be a pain in the rear to take out with the assembly all in one piece. I'm going to come back and I'm going to take this off. Take that off and put it back on the throttle body, and that way I don't lose, I don't want to risk getting anything into my throttle body. So if you can see what I'm doing, I've got my fingers in the side hole here, and that helps me get just a little bit of leverage. There is a notch, so when you're putting this back on, if you're worried about alignment, you see that notch? That'll put everything back in the order it goes in. I'm just going to fill this bad boy back in. Probably would help if I put it all, had a, oh, he doesn't want to go back in. I think I'm just being a little extra careful too. Yeah. There it is. Alright. If you notice watching something about these videos, whenever one gets something done, they say, there we go. This just happens, okay? Well, here's a nice little look at my engine. If you're wondering how to change spark plugs in these, I did them already. I should have recorded it, but that was before I figured I could record. They're under here, so you do have to take that off to actually do a spark plug change. Again, I've already done that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I've already done it, but now look, and all this additional room that we have here. Yeah, I don't know where that goes. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. It shouldn't come out. Now that I see that it shouldn't have come out, I'll put it back on. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this goes. It just goes. We'll figure it out, won't we? Yeah, I'm not sure. My windshield wiper motor doesn't blow. For reasons of a destroyed wire set. I've always had issues with it. Lots of issues. Yeah, I know my engine's extremely dirty. I went four-wheel driving when I first got the truck when I was a teenager. Damaged the, I didn't really damage it. These trucks are made of plastic. But I did go off into a culvert, and this whole thing was stuck on the concrete culvert in the mud. So when they pulled me out, it all popped out. The flashlight popped out. My hose for my water motor windshield wiper fluid popped out. And then I found that and fixed it. And then a few short years later, it just quit squirting water. I figured, well, maybe the hose fell out again. Went down there and looked, and the wires had either been chewed through or dry rotted, one of the two. In any case, we're not going to worry about that today. So what I'm looking at here is I'm trying to show you the bolt that we have to mess with. God, I can't see it myself. It's down here, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be here, I believe. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look. Reference my video. They use an owner's manual. So take it for what it's worth. I don't have one. Can't afford to buy one yet. So it's under there. I need to clean it. I believe all this is strictly from these pipes, or the power steering pump. I could change it. Looks like the bolt here for the pressure. There is the electronics for it. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of looking. I've never been able to look at my truck in depth before, so I'm trying to see the extent of the damage, as you say. So I'm trying to determine if it's a head gasket leak. I don't think so. I really don't. And just because I don't have that much issues with it, and again, it could be. Look, yeah, that kind of looks like freaking oil. This truck may end up having to go bye-bye. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do the best I can. I haven't done a leak down test. I did lose performance. I gained it back when I changed the spark plugs. So I'm hoping that doing that is okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on the bolts here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to attack it, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. So to show you where I'm at, you loosen this pivot bolt, okay, and then down here is the tensioner. You see it straight down there where my finger's pointing. There is another bolt here. Do not touch that bolt. I don't know what it is. I unloosened it thinking it was the tension bolt. I think it's just a bracket holder for the tensioner. So I did put that back in. What I've got going on now, and this is why I removed the air box, there's the lock nut adjuster, or the tensioner adjuster. The other one's the lock nut. There's the tensioner bolt. And so I was using this, and there's dead B. And now I'm trying to do this, and it is taking for freaking ever. So, with that being said, we'll take you along for the ride. Should you take the fan off when doing this? Depends on how much work you want to do. I've seen them do it with the fan, without the fan. Obviously, with the fan, you're going to be fighting the fan for multiple things. You're going to be fighting the fan to take the belt off. You're going to be fighting the fan to get a position, at least on the driver's, on the power steering. You're going to be fighting the fan to get this nuts off because it's in the way. And try not to break it. I thought I did a couple of times. I don't think I did. I thought I did, but I didn't. So, all right. With that being said, can I get this off now? As you can see, I now have room to pull it, push it, prod it, and we'll see what I can do with it. Bam. All right. That, my friend, was not fun. So,